Melanie, and this is Oscar, and our baby is called...
It's called Daniela.
And the hardest part about taking care of this baby was walking around in school, carrying my backpack, taking care of it, and making sure it didn't rip.
Right. That's pretty much it. Just the fact of having to go get lunch, standing in line with the baby, going to the restroom, having to carry the baby was a hassle. But we've grown to get used to it. Like over these past 2 weeks, it has became less stressful. At first it was stressful because you're like, damn, like I gotta carry this thing, but it's cool now.
Is that true?
Yes, and that's it. Thank you.
You would be ready for a baby now. Why? Why not? Well, considering that the baby takes a lot of responsibility, a lot of time management, to dedicate to it, I think it's just too much work. I think right now I'm too young to be worrying about this stuff. It's just not on my mind right now. It's not what I have in mind doing anytime soon. But hopefully in a few years I can mature and have a different mentality. And maybe by then I'll be more responsible, so I'll be more responsible with things and ultimately a baby. But as of right now, I won't be, I don't think I'm ready for a baby, considering that it's also paying too much money, putting diapers, bottles, baby wipes, rollers, and it just takes away too much time from you. I think you have to set your time aside and dedicate your time to the baby so you can really raise it, and that pretty much sums everything up.
Why not? I don't think I would be ready for a baby right now because I'm well organized, but time management, I can't really take care of other things that are not my homework and priority right now. So taking care of a baby would take a lot of work, and I'm not ready for that yet. Also, taking care of a baby, you need to buy a bunch of stuff. And right now I'm not working, so I don't have any money to provide or anything for the baby. So I wouldn't want to have a baby right now at this moment. Maybe in the future when I'm 25 and I have a job and I go to college and I graduate and making a lot of money. And that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't want a baby at this age right now. Also because it's very painful. How is your profession and work on the budget affecting your perception on how expensive a baby is? Well, for me, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I made a lot of money and I got a raise of $20,000. So the total of all the baby needs weren't expensive, and I didn't really waste a bunch of money, so I had a bunch of money left over. So with that, I could maybe possibly have another kid and raise it as well, and I might still have a little bit left over.
Well, for me, I'm a different story. I'm actually a stay-home parent, so therefore I can't buy anything for my child. Pretty much my partner's doing it. She's the one in charge of all the finances and taking care of the babies, taking care of her needs, pretty much. She's the boss, exactly. So, yeah. Okay, and now for the fourth prompt is, has your partner been supportive in this project so far? Name a highlight and a lowlight of your experience so far. Well, to begin with, my partner has been doing an excellent job in terms of taking care of the baby and keeping up. The consistency has been efficient throughout these weeks because for the first week I started off with the baby to take care of it. Then the next week she agreed to take care of it for the full week. Then this past week was my week, and this week that's coming up is going to be her week. So we're really good in organization with this project. She did the financial paper. In terms of work, she could be a little more helpful, but it's all good because without her, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have been succeeding through this project. But overall, it has been a pleasure to work with her, and I have to say that this project really came together, and that's it. Thank you.
Has your partner been supportive in this project? project so far. Name a highlight and low light of your experience so far. So far, my partner has been a bit helpful in this project. He has helped me with the baby budget and sometimes taking care of the baby even though he's playing outside with his friends. And sometimes I have to go check on him so he could be carrying it. And sometimes we take days on and off, so 1 week he's taking care of it and 1 week I'm taking care of it. And he checks in all the time to make sure that I've done what I have to do, and I check in on him too. So far he's been a great partner, and it's been a pleasure to work with him. We'd like to take care of a child that has a genetic disease you are studying. The genetic disease that we are studying is diabetes because it runs in my family, and if you don't take care of yourself, then you could possibly get it. That's why I try to work out a lot and try to eat less sugars, and I'm usually sometimes on diets.
Well, for me, the disease that runs in my family is same diabetes, and the way you get that is by eating certain stuff like sugars. It messes up your blood, but the way you can prevent that stuff is by eating really healthy. You know, getting some nice exercise, just taking care of yourself, drinking a lot of water.
Walking every day.
Yeah, and for the baby, we would want it to be healthy, so that's why like we're gonna feed it, healthy stuff, so we can prevent that disease. Yeah.
It's gonna be a healthy baby. And she's gonna eat lots of veggies and green carrots and carrots. And I'm gonna make her a bunch of soup and food, healthy food. And that's it.
Okay, and now for the final prompt is, how is this project similar and different to what you would expect if you had a real child? Well, to start off, I currently have a newborn sister, and I've contemplated the things that my parents have to do to her. You know, they have to wake up in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just to feed it. And if not that, change it, because the babies, they have to eat every 2 hours, which leads them to go to the restroom, I guess, more often. And it's exhausting, you know, like to take care of a new child. I think it's a lot of dedication, a lot of time management. You have to be responsible because a baby needs a lot of attention from what I've seen with my newborn sister. And as opposed to the new project, we experience some of the things that real babies need of, like taking it everywhere you go. For example, during school, you have to take it to every period. As you're getting lunch, you have to hold the baby with you. And you just have to have the baby with you at all times with you. This is why, in a way, it's somewhat similar. But, yeah, there's a totally big difference. And that's it. Thank you.
How's this project similar and different to what you would expect if you had a real child? Well, it's different because I'm taking care of a child and it's not as heavy as most kids would be. And they're usually different sizes and weight. Also, like the clothing doesn't fit, and on a baby I would have to be careful with what I put, and I can't just be throwing it around or leaving it in places because most babies cry a lot and you always have to be carrying it 24/7. And babies usually wake you up in the middle of the night so you don't have time to sleep. Therefore, you end up getting bags and you look older. So, the difference between taking care of a real baby and a sugar baby is that a sugar baby doesn't talk and a baby does talk, or makes problems. Thank you.